I began creating my own products. But first I wrote my hair book, The Beauty of Textured Hair, because I am a writer first. Before anything else, I was writing books since I was 11 years old.
Speaking of mixed races and races in general, can you tell us a little bit about your genetic background? What nationality or background is your mother and father?
Yes, well, both my parents, they are Cuban, and I am also Cuban. I was born in Cuba. However, I did not come from Cuba until I was about 2 years old, so I was just a baby. But my dad is a black Cuban, so that's where I get my nappy hair from. And, you know, that's why I had problems, you know, taking care of my hair, because I didn't understand that type of texture. Like most black women, you know, a lot of black women is educated about the texture of Afro-textured hair. It is a unique texture of hair that requires its own unique care and its unique attention to it, you know, and it's just as beautiful. It's just that we have to understand our hair, our type of hair needs to, you know, be understood just like Caucasian hair needs to be understood and Indian hair needs to be understood. If a lot of ladies don't notice, but Koreans and Indian people, they oil their hair daily, you know, to allow it to grow.
Wow.
So they think that they have good hair naturally, that it just grows, they don't do anything to it, but they have to apply just as much moisture to their hair to get it to grow out as well.
No, I didn't know that. That's interesting to know. So, you know, I don't understand hair bullying. Can you explain that to me? What exactly does it mean?
Well, hair bullying is just that, hair and bullying, the bullying of the hair. It's two things that's happening here. Okay, you are a black woman and your hair is past shoulder length. You're going to get bullied because black women should not have hair past shoulder length unless it's a weave or a wig or extensions, because that is how we have been conditioned by society. Once it's longer than that, they're going to ask you, is that your real hair? Can I touch it? Sometimes they ask for permission. They just dig their fingers in their scalp, just like they do me, you know, to see if it's real. Because of the negative conditioning that we've experienced for hundreds of years, that if our hair is longer than shoulder length, it is fake. Now, if it is shoulder length, but it looks very nappy and it looks the so-called bad hair, you will also get picked on. Oh, look at that girl with the nappy hair. Do something about your hair. Go get a perm. That's bullying. You know, it's very real.
I understand now. Thanks for explaining that to us. So, you know, I told my audience that we're going to get all up in your business. So, girl, tell me, who are you dating, or are you dating in general?
You are up in my business. I'm dating a great guy, and he's very supportive of me, and I'm very happy and lucky to have found him.
Okay, that sounds nice. And, you know, tell us, Shima, because we're getting personal with this interview, what type of music do you like? What do you do for fun?
Well, the type of music I love the 80s music, because when I arrived from Cuba, I lived in Miami Beach, and when I lived in Miami Beach, the 80s was what was happening, and the 80s was all around me, all around us, my family. I also have a twin brother who I failed to mention. His name is Nagasaki Kindlen, and a lot of my Shima girls know about him, but, you know, my new audience members might not know. So, yeah, I have a twin brother. She has a twin brother, and and so, yeah, I love the 80s. I love early Michael Jackson, the Thriller era. I love the early Madonna. I love Cyndi Lauper. I love Journey. I love the movies, Scarface, and it's just anything 80s I love. It just reminds me of my childhood, and when I first came from Cuba and lived in Miami Beach for a couple of years, and I love the beach. I love the, swimming. I love all that stuff.
That sounds good. All right. I like the beach a lot, too. Now, tell us, what type of jobs have you held over the past years? Kind of give us an idea of your employment funds. I mean, a lot of times women aren't able to do their own businesses because they can't accumulate the funds. What do you recommend as far as that goes?
Oh, okay. That's where your creativity needs to come in. A lot of us have lost our creativity because we become like robots. You know, we're too used to allowing other people tell us what to do.
That's
so
right.
remember back when you were a child, where you will always use your imagination to come up with all kinds of awesome ideas. And you know, the lemonade stand. That was born out of a child's imagination.
That's
you know?
right.
That makes money.
That's right.
You know, it's just a matter of keeping your eyes open for creative ways to make more money. I mean, doing fundraisers. So I was going along those lines, doing fundraisers or taking on a second job, but not becoming too comfortable with that job. I mean, here's the thing. And please keep this to heart because this is so real. If you want to make a living, get a job. But if you want to make a fortune, you know, get a business.
I heard that. That's good advice for our women and women of color. We support them wholeheartedly at the Prayer and Love channel. It's a sisterhood. It's a place for women to come together. We want to let the world know about rising stars such as yourself. Everything all positive. We keep it all brown, all things brown, and we just thank you for sharing that information to us, Shima. So we want to hear more about your new blog. It sounds so exciting. Tell us a little bit about what you plan to do with that new blog.
Most definitely. Well, I decided to extend my Shima Hair 21 popular YouTube channel with almost reaching 7,000 subscribers by now to the Shima Girls Forever blog. This is my personal blog. You know, it took a creative mind to create YouTube. Well, there's another creative mind creating another video forum of her own, and it's called the Shima Girls Forever blog. So of course, I'm going to be talking about hair, giving amazing tips, and most of all, supporting all the Shima girls that don't have that support because they are surrounded by so much negativity at home, at school, or at work. So it's going to be a family-oriented blog, just like my Shima Hair 21 YouTube channel is. It's family-oriented, and so they will feel welcome, and they can express whatever they need to express on my channel, and we're all sisters there. It's Black women supporting Black women, because we only have each other here.
That's right. That's right.
To support each other.
We do. We need to stick together and stop being so concerned about, I'm not going to share any information with her because she might excel before I do. No, we don't do that. We give to help each other. We don't give to get things back in return, but we want to give to just make somebody else's life better, and that's what you're about. That's what I'm about. That's what the Prayer and Love channel is about. It's sharing information without expecting anything in return, but doing it for the good of our whole community, because we want to focus on supporting Black-owned businesses and building wealth in our own communities. Okay? So, yes. So with that being said, tell us a little bit about the fairy tale mythical hair mix. Love that.
Okay. Well, like I've been explaining, I mean, I'm just a very creative person. I was born with that gift. God gave me that gift. I also told you that I write books. That's the first creative thing I started doing since I was 11 years old. I started writing books, stories, all kinds of stories, from horror to fairy tales to fantasy to mystery novels. I also have screenplays written, and some of these books already been published. I started writing for my own personal fulfillment, but then people started loving my stories, so they asked why don't I publish my books. So I'm talking about that to explain to you how I came up with the fairy tale mythical lake. It's like I said, it's just a gift that God gave me. I don't remember how I came up with it. It just came to me.
Hey, we like that. We like that terminology. It allows us to dream and think of being beautiful princesses and beautiful Barbies with long hair, but brown Barbies. So anyway, moving on, I wanted to talk to you about your protective hairstyling, and that's how I got to become aware of you. I watched a couple of videos over a period of 7 months, and I said, this lady is ambitious. She's going places. She gives back to the community by providing the information. You're real passionate about teaching women how to grow their own hair. And what I like is basically you're teaching individuals to protect their hair. No oil in the hair or moisture equals no hair, basically. So if you want to retain length, is what I've learned from watching your DVD. I have the DVD. It's awesome. I also have the shampoo, the cream, as well as the hair. And I have to tell you, the cream is off the chain. Let me tell you, I have a 4B hair. It's very dry. It's very kinky. It's very coarse. And that hair cream of yours, I have not experienced anything that keeps my hair as moist but not sticky or oily. So I really love that. It's really good for hydrating the hair. So can you just give us a summary of your products and why should someone choose your brand over someone else's brand?
Yes. Well, when I first started creating my products, I only had one thought in mind: afro protection hair, something that will aid afro protection hair 100% of the time. It's focused on our type of hair, and our type of hair lacks moisture. So what can we do to apply moisture and for a prolonged period of time so that we can see significant hair growth? So I kept all that in mind as I started creating my ingredients for my Shima hair products, and that's when my Shima oil was born. And that is one of my best sellers, my Shima oil. That's what you apply to all of your hair, and it's a very light formulation. It's light scented. It doesn't stick to your pillow. It's not oily. It's not greasy. It disappears into the hair strands, but it's penetrating into the hair strands, into your hair follicles to wipe out that hair dye.
And it smells great too. What I like is it has the ingredient rosemary in it, and that's known for stimulating hair growth. So I love the product. But again, my favorite, ladies, if you haven't tried her hair cream, it is awesome. If you have thick, coarse hair like mine, it kind of changes the texture. My hair became really hydrated and soft just upon applying it to my hair. So I say get the full set, but again, that hair cream is awesome.
The hairline cream also acts as an illusion of a hair relaxer touch-up. This means when your roots start growing out and you think it's time to get a touch-up for relaxer, don't. Put that relaxer down. Apply the Shima hairline cream to your edges. The roots that are growing out, apply it, and it will look as if you just
That's right. I thank you for that. Now, do you want to give any shout-outs to your Shima girls, to the Latinos? Let us, who do you want to give a shout-out to?
Well, let me give a shout out to all of you wonderful Shima girls from all backgrounds and ethnicities. So, shouting out to you ladies. I'm so humbled that, I've been able to inspire you ladies. And now let me speak a little Spanish for my Spanish-speaking Shima girls. Estoy bien contenta que la pueda ayudar con lo que Dios me ha dado para hacer estos productos para que le crezca su cabello bien largo. Nosotras, las negritas, podemos tener pelo larguísimo, pero tenemos que matar el seco de pelo, y eso es lo que mi producto hace. Y estoy contenta que ustedes también están conmigo y que Dios la bendiga.
Okay, muy bien. So we're going to wrap this up, and I thank you so much for your time. It's been such a pleasure to interview you. I wish you much success, and I know that you're definitely heading for the stars. You're definitely heading there. Thank you, Shima, and have a great day in Miami.
Thank you, Cece. God bless you.